our model for developing business has always been about sort of like not shoving the idea of junk removal down someone's throat. It's, you either see the value in our services or you don't, and for that reason, like, the way that we build business is not to try to like manipulate somebody into thinking that we're solving a pain point for them. We want them to be aware of us, know that we exist, and if and when the time comes that we can provide value to them and their clients, you know, we're the person they think of. DC Real Producers provides us access to people who are the best in their business, and I've always believed that, you know, if you want to be successful, you got to rub elbows with the people who are successful in their space, especially if it's in a synergistic industry. Real estate is our niche. That's the industry that we enjoy developing relationships, and I think through the platform that you provide for us, it gives us access to people that we wouldn't otherwise have access to. But it suits us well because we're not hard selling anybody. We're just trying to build relationships over time. And, you know, having a glass of wine with somebody at a networking event and talking about everything but junk removal, in my opinion, is the best way to grow business. So your platform allows us to do that in ways that we wouldn't be able to do it on our own.
I'm just very excited. Hopefully I get a chance to work with everybody. Again, I'm super thankful that I'm a part of DC Metro Realtors. I'm very excited for the mastermind. Yeah, November 8th. If you haven't registered for it, do it. It's huge. You know, it gets you going. It gets your motivation level up, and I'm just ready to do it. I'm ready to tackle 2019, finish off the year strong, and get after it. So I hope you guys are too.
Amen.
Well, you know, I met Kristen several years ago when we did marketing events at real estate events around town, and she would tell me about this idea she had. It hadn't come to fruition yet, and it piqued my interest, and she just kept bringing it to me, and then finally, you know, it came to fruition, and I said, well, we'd like to be a part of it, since her goal was to reach the top realtors in this market, and that's always been our goal, is to work with the top realtors in this market. And she found a way to corner that synergy together with service providers and realtors. So it has really started from just a conversation into something really terrific. And I don't even see where it ends. So I'm excited for the future, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Actually, I don't do any advertising. The only advertising I do is in your magazine. And the reason I do the advertising in your magazine, because it is a collective of very professional people that are doing well in their profession. You learn something new every time I go to one of the events. You got your mastermind program coming up here soon, and that's something that I will be attending as well. But I always learn something every single time I go to one of the events, share ideas, and that's what these events are all about, is the sharing of ideas. So the advertising I do is only in yours.
You know, I knew Kristen from Cutco. I give that as a closing gift to all my clients. And when she was launching the magazine, she came to me and asked if I wanted to be a partner and a sponsor. And I said, of course so, because I always want to be a part of what this one does. Then that's the only print advertising I do, really, and that really gives me a good bang for my buck.
It's funny, when we met, I happened to be in a meeting, and I just, really, it was like my second day at Fairway, honestly.
You just happened to be at that one too, with the region person,
right.
and I was with the region person.
Right.
It's so funny.
No, it just happened to be there, and they were talking about closing gifts and this and that, and somehow the magazine publication came up, Mastermind came up, because you were having, I was like, well, tell me about that. And so we started talking about Mastermind, and then we segued to power players, because going back to my journey, before I broke off and started my own company, the place from company in California is the guy named Stan Bergam, who started Power Players. Well, that's who I worked for at the time. So, like, Linda Esther was in Linda, if you're on, hey, she was one of the first Power Players there. She, you know, and I'd known Linda for a while. And there was Dale Madison was there, and there's all kinds of people. And I wasn't ready to start naming all the people who were there that long ago. But I was at the, I was at La Firme where the first lunches took place, and watch the people talk, and I just thought it was great. So when you told me you were kind of recreating that community, if you will, and bringing those same people together, the first time I thought it was awesome. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I definitely want to be involved. And so here we are. But it's a great community to be a part of, for sure.
Incidentally, with our very, very close friends at Nova and DC Real Producers, we have our advertisement in both those magazines, and we advertise through realtors and you name it. Yes, man, we have an outstanding marketing department that keeps us on the forefront of social media.